Welcome everyone to the Real Whovians cast. I am your host, Matrix Lord 212.
Hello, Beef!
There he is! Beefhead!
The man, the myth, the legend, the man who would not be tamed. The one who came on and did a whole cast doing the voice of Magneto. The one who did Godzilla impressions. What was that? Was that 237 or something? It was a number that was many failed in the history. Yeah. When time, if you think about the movie The Time Machine, and he goes forward and written history is just rejected and everything will be remembered. There are a few episodes and there are a few things that will live on to the future to teach the future generation, and it will be the Real Whovians cast.
Okay. And the everything show.
And I might be in some of them.
Yeah.
There may even be Real Walking Cast where I don't know what I'm talking about.
We have walking casts. We haven't done those in ages.
Don't worry, they're still walking.
What's up, Phillip?
There's other people here, not me.
What's up, Scott?
Hello, all.
What's up, Con?
I came back because I'm calling you out, Matt Edwards. Where are you, Matt Edwards?
Ooh. Oh boy.
Because you and me, look, we've got beef. You know that. KSI have done it, and Logan Paul, and everything like that. This stuff has happened. You know what I mean? Yeah. You and me have got beef. No pun intended.
That's what you do in a Who flyer.
There's going to be this boxing match. It's going to be pay-per-view. You can all sign up for it. It's going to be me versus Matt Edwards.
Wow.
In a ring, just like
pay-per-view,
picking it out and everything like that. He's going to take the speed limiters off his chair and everything like that. We're going to fight.
What?
It's going to happen.
Yeah.
I'm calling you out, Matt Edwards.
All right. We'll see his response.
So the governor's off, I take it?
So I want to ask you, because we're in the Real Whovians cast.
What episode are we on, by the way? Is it because I only said I'll come back for 1 million. Is this 1 million?
No, I'm sorry. It's not 1 million.
Oh, shit.
I mean, hopefully I'm alive for it to be 1 million. I don't think I'll be alive, though. I mean.
Oh, is it 1 million next week?
No.
Oh, okay.
It's 1,000.
You put them out. You're like a machine. Don't get me wrong. You're
1,405.
Oh, okay. You're like a video.
Try to remember that number. That you're back. The first one you're back.
Hang on. I'll find a pen. Hang on.
1,405.
Hang on.
You want to borrow my Matrix Lord pen? No. Oh no.
It's Buy my merch. Buy my merch.
My merch. You know what? He made that. Paul and Jake Paul. That's a cool phrase.
Are there? I've seen the business cards. He's got a sexy banner on YouTube. Are there Matrix Lord t-shirts available?
There's mugs.
There's a mug.
There's a mug.
Don't be a mug. Buy that Matrix Lord 212 mug.
Pens. There's everything.
Are there t-shirts?
But they're not for sale. Just for me.
Hey, look, don't like I say, don't let this fool you. Do they cover the larger size gentlemen? The Matrix
they probably do, being that I'm large size. So yeah,
that's splendid.
Yeah,
look out for it. Where good t-shirts are sold.
There you go. One day, maybe.
Yeah.
Maybe not.
So hang on a second. What number are we on? 1405.
Right.
1405. Yeah. That's it.
And your everything show is 1665.
And that's it. And if you add the 1 to the 5, it's 666. It's the number of the beast, and I appear.
Do you remember? I don't know if that the everything.
I can't remember yesterday, but go on.
The Real Whovians cast 666 was about the Impossible Planet in the same bit.
Oh.
We did that review on this.
The irony. Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Right, come on.
I want to know.
No, you need to introduce everyone else. Look, there's me.
I did.
I'm not penalising all the time. There's Phillip. There's
No, I did.
This is other guy. Connor.
Farley.
And all of a sudden, there's a white screen where I'm looking at, which is the blind dyslexic.
Yes, he's here.
Your friend and mine, Scotty.
Yep.
Scotty, where's your hat?
A hat? Let me go get it.
Your pith helmet. Where? Yeah.
Oh my God.
God, put them clothes away. Have you not got like a chest of drawers or something like that? Or put them away. Come on. Look at this. We all had a tidy up. Even Joey's had a shave. And
that's like what? Real Whovians Kiss 7.
Yeah, there you go. Look. That's it. It's Indiana Bones for all you ladies.
Oh. Okay.
Right, come on. We're talking about Doctor Who here.
Yes, no, I want to know.
On the Real Whovians cast, 1405 boys and girls.
There you go.
Tattoos are available at the matrixmerchshop.com.
Merch. So
hashtag Matrix merch.
So what did you think of Twice Upon a Time? Going into Jodie Whittaker, like that whole Moffat's idea of
Let's segment it. Let's segment this boy. Let's break it down into bits and bobs. I got to the end of it and I blubbed like a big man child. I did, because I tell you what, there were two. I'm not ashamed to admit it. I'm a straight, heterosexual male, for which I apologise. But it's sort of like I watched it, and there's a bit where the Doctor goes to the hall and everything like that, and the glass lady says, "We're going to bring you back something from the past." And and if you're a fan of Doctor Who, you watch that. You cannot say in your heart of hearts that you were not watching that with David Bradley saying there, and you hoped that Susan Foreman was going to come out of that.
Oh God, I know.
Yeah.
Even though you knew it would never ever happen.
I know.
In a million months of Sundays, you watched that and you wished that it would happen.
Yeah, Caroline.
And I'm not saying I was disappointed when Bill came out. Well, Bill came out, big deal. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And Capaldi, look, whether some people love him, some people hate him, and if you hate him, you're wrong. But he's transcend. He is. He is the living embodiment of the best ambassador for the show that you could ever have. He's the best embodiment of the Doctor you could have at this waste point in time, because he is the Doctor on screen and he is the Doctor off screen. He loves the fans. He loves the show. He loves the material. And he throws himself 110% into it. It's a Christmas special. If you hate it and you think, oh, well, it's a bit cheesy, it's a bit schmaltzy, well, who cares? It's Christmas.
Yeah.
You watch any other show at Christmas, they're going to do the same thing to pull your heartstrings. Yeah, you knew Jodie was coming, so you knew that switcheroo was coming. So, whether you like watching a car crash, you're going to watch it regardless.
Yeah, true.
But, even just watching it for the Capaldi's sake of you and everything like that, I watched it, and there were so many times it's sort of like, don't get me wrong, Beef's a big, strong man. But, even I felt, a little bit of tugging at the old heartstrings, and it wasn't that I'd had too much to drink at the Christmas lunch and was, the oncomings of a cardigan. It was nothing that. It was real, genuine human emotion. And then when Jodie happened, well, it happens. This is this is what it's going to happen. This is the way it's going to go. The reasons, the whatever for it, the behind the scenes crap and everything like that, it's going to happen. You roll with the punches and just go with what is going to go.
Right.
The one thing that I will never forgive and I will never like is when the show is done a disservice. Now they've done something to try and change it up. A change like this was always inevitable. Was always inevitable. It was just a point of when it was going to happen.
Yeah.
And if you watch Doctor Who and if you watch any show, this sort of thing, it's going to happen. So don't pretend that it will never ever happen. It will happen at some point. You have to accept it. See what happens. If it doesn't work, then fine. They'll change it.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah. Some people didn't like some people didn't like Matt Smith. Some people didn't
like.
like Colin Baker. Some people didn't like Sylve. Some people didn't like this. Some people like that. You wait. The merry-go-round goes round, and eventually it will change. Yeah.
It's all about change.
The only thing that you don't want is you don't want a situation that we got to in the 80s where they sort of like kiboshed it for X amount of years.
Yeah, I definitely don't want that.
And that's where people interfere from on high and everything like that. And to a certain degree, this is the point of where we are. But well, anyway, I'm talking too much. There are other people there.
Yeah, Philip.
What about a Christmas special?
No, I mean in general.
Yeah. You and me playing catch up. Look.
Yeah.
What's this one about, though? Sorry, you asking me about something historical.
Well, it's just, you know what it is.
Bring it up to the moment, Mr. 212. You're hardcore.
Okay, so we're talking about Peter Capaldi into Jodie Whittaker, and from first reaction to weeks after reaction to months after reaction to the point we are now, Philip. How has your attitude changed for the moment you heard about Jodie Whittaker to now? I mean, have you gone different directions?
I was dead against it because as soon as they changed the master to Missy, I knew that was where they're going to go anyway. And when it actually happened, I was against it.
Sexist pig.
Well, because I'm used to the master being male. But I was dead against it, and after a while, I just thought there's no point in spilling milk about it. It's just what it is. So I'm now on the board.
You mean no crying over spilled milk?
Yeah, basically that.
Well, was there anything that influenced your decision that, changed it? Like what you just felt, how would I'm going to change?
Was it social? Was it Matrix or 212? Because he's a social influencer. You have to remember that.
I'm a what?
You're a social influencer.
Me? I don't know about that, but okay.
He waves a big sword, Matrix sword, 212.
It was just me thinking, what's the point of just getting upset about it? Let's see how she does and jump on board with it and let's give her a chance. That's what it was down to me.
Yeah.
And I'm willing to do that. And you know what? I've gone as far as bought a dolly, bloody thing to support.
He's bought a Dr. 13 Barbie.
Yeah, I'm supporting her and all that. So
very nice.
I'm going to do that.
And Christmas, she'll thank you.
Yeah, it's true.
She'll send you a card and say thanks, Phil.
If it drops through the barrel throughout the 10 weeks, then
it'll be worth even more money.
At least you're going to watch it, though, because we've
watched it. I'm going to watch it.
Some of our members are not going to watch it, which is unfortunate.
Right, okay. Oh, that interests me, actually. That interests me, Joe. Who? I'm not saying you have to shame them. I'm just saying I'm interested because I'm familiar with members of your cast and everything like that, historically and presently, whatever. Who said they wouldn't watch?
Well, Stephen Price is still not going to watch it.
Okay, yeah, no.
Ronnie, Deborah, she's not going to watch it.
Really? Okay, yeah.
Who else? There was, I think Jimmy's up in the air. I don't know if he's, probably not going to watch it, but we'll see. There's a few,
Is that purely because of the change of sex? Or
you know what? I'm not really sure. I think that it might be, but I think it would, what it is? I think it was to them, and me too, kind of. It was so forced that they were going in that direction. Like they were, like Moffat's first thing ever with Doctor was a comic relief special. Like it was Curse of the Fatal Death, and then he made the Doctor a woman.
But that was before you had Russell.
Correct. But then he took over Doctor Who. But you always had it in your mind. Well, I had it in my mind.
Yeah, but before Russell brought the show back, he couldn't have said, in so many years' time.
No, I know.
Yeah.
But there was instances where we had the Doctor's wife, where there was a line in there that started it all, where the Corsair was the first Time Lord to switch sex, which they basically said that that didn't really happen. That was until that moment.
Did you not think that this was inevitable at some point?
I thought, see the thing with Master, with the Master becoming Missy, I was completely on board.
But even before that, taking that
all out, eventually it would. We've talked about it too back in the day. It was definitely going to happen at some point in time.
I wish I'd talked about it then. I'd been more prepared. but that's it.
I think my answer back then was that it wasn't going to happen anytime soon, meaning next 10, 20. I didn't think it was going to happen when I talked about it back then. But bless you. But if you think about the episodes, I mean, even Christopher Eccleston.
He means bless you, not the sweary kind.
Yeah. The doctor technically said he could regenerate not just into a man or a woman, but into an alien. I mean, he said it to Rose Tyler that.
And that was also said.
He could be a dog without a nose from that race.
Yeah,
you know.
He made a point of that. He made a point of that in the TV movie as well with Paul McGann.
Yeah. So. He could be a man with one head, two no heads, like whatever. Like it was a thing where you never know what you're going to get, and not necessarily that he would be.
Forrest Gump argument.
No, he could look like an alien. He could look like a Silurian. He could look like whatever. I mean, you know, inside he'll be Time Lord, but outside
Connor would look like Tom Hardy.
But it's just that's the thing. He was always afraid, even when it was, you know, Matt Smith. He was like petrified of what he was going to look like. Because when he first became Matt Smith, he thought he was.
I'll tell you what. As soon as you get a ginger doctor, that's it. I'm out.
That's probably right. Then be cancer rate.
Yeah, I'm out. That's it. I women, boobs. I can deal with that. Ginger, sod it. I'm out.
Yeah.
It's inevitable, mate. It's inevitable. It's going to happen.
It can be inevitable, but you don't have to rewrite history to show why he became a female. Like, you don't make the first Doctor all of a sudden sexist when he wasn't sexist. You don't make him an alcoholic when he never drank alcohol. He drank milk. I think it was in the Western episode.
He said, "Oh, yes, I never drink alcohol."
You don't drink alcohol. He never... There was, in the classic series, the women offered, she's like, the TARDIS is dusty, I'm going to clean it. He never told people to clean the TARDIS. And then he did make a comment to his granddaughter, but that's because I'll spank your bottom, because that's your grandkid. You know, it's not like it's a stranger in the street. You know, I'll spank your bottom because, you know, that's the grandfather. So, like...
I did that once. It did not end well.
But the thing is, to make it acceptable for her to be a woman, you made it where the Doctor was in shock of himself acting that way, where subconsciously he became...
Yeah, I agree. The Hartnell sort of, whatever...
David Bradley thing that they did, that pushed him to be a woman.
It's not... No, I'm not saying push it or whatever. It is sort of like, perhaps, artistic license we've taken. Have you ever done anything like that when you've written your books?
Done what?
As in, sort of like saying, well, okay, I'm going to stretch it a little bit just to make this work and everything like that. And
I've done where I had my...
Have you ever
plan. Yeah. Right, I had a whole plan on how I wanted it to go.
But do you think it's sort of like he's thinking, well, look, I'm out the door. I've got this sort of idea. And the thing is, there must be a sort of... I'm talking so much. Like you've still got to ask Connor and Safari Dan down here, who's taking his hat off again. I know this.
Safari Dan.
Come on.
Yes, I've been in situations where I changed my idea
sort of like just
based on different things that have happened. Yes.
Yeah.
Right.
And
let me get right. You're right. Let's get to Scott.
Go on.
We could do off airs all the time.
Scott, Safari Dan, come on, man.
Okay, what's I'm sorry, what was the question again?
Your point is only valid if you put the hat on, Scott.
First reaction to Jodie Whittaker and how it evolved the whole time.
Well, when I first heard that the Doctor was going to become a female, it's like, why?
Yeah.
Is this like a publicity stunt of some sort?
I haven't put the hat on.
If they were doing it because there was a reason for it, I could understand. But just to do it for giggles, no. No. And then the more I listened to it, I thought, okay, I'll give her a chance. I'll give the gal a chance.
There is, can I just say what? There is a thing in a book, I don't know, no, it was an audio play, where they say that when a Time Lord becomes a woman, it's because they commit suicide.
What?
And they
Phil,
sex.
That they wanted to commit suicide or they tried to commit suicide?
When they commit suicide in themselves, they automatically become a woman.
Phil. A looms cannon.
No.
Well, he didn't want to regenerate. So that was kind of
Yeah, he
holding
did.
back regeneration.
Joe, a Looms cannon?
Oh.
Our Looms cannon, Joe. Yes or no? Yes or no?
What's that?
Our Looms cannon.
A Looms cannon?
Oh,
Yeah.
those are what Time Lords are created from. Looms. They're not
No,
born.
I don't think so.
Right, okay.
Yeah.
Right, go on.
Okay.
All right.
Oh,
Basically,
is this going to be a hat cast?
time thing? I thought this is decent seeing those two doctors, and then when
This looks
and then
weird.
that
Sorry.
two
Fuck,
seconds
it's like Pharrell.
really? I thought, oh come on, can we not give her something better to say?
That's
But
what David Tennant said. Oh, brilliant.
I know, but somehow
Matt
when she
Smith
was
said
standing
Geronimo.
there, like, oh, look at me. It's just, it just felt like they forced the for.
It's not like she went, oh,
Jodie
tampons.
Whittaker on us.
Yeah.
God.
But like I said, I'm giving her a chance. I'm going to give her a chance, and if it turns out she sucks, I may watch the show anytime I see maybe the trailer for the next episode. But so far, the trailer, it was good.
I'm going to watch regardless, whether I like it or not. I've done it in the past when I got a Doctor I wasn't crazy about, but then it turned out some of the best episodes ever are Doctor Who.
True.
Also, the guy from the north as well, who comes where Jodie comes from.
What do you say, Connor?
Hello.
Connor.
He's fallen asleep on
He
this.
fell asleep.
Connor.
He did, right?
Connor.
You have to catch him when he's awake.
Yeah. Wow, I'm so loud he could have. Yeah.
I miss seeing those casts when the casts were going on and someone was snoring and I had to just
Dudley Joe's next to me,
continue
so I
with the
can't
cast
help
the
it.
whole time. Miss those. But
Okay.
anyway.
From my vantage point, Beefhead's the one that's closest to him.
Yeah, well, it's not like I'm going to roll down the window and say,
I know.
Right, okay, so we've had a trailer, boys and girls, and everything like that.
Well, let me flip it. About the Master into Missy.
Yeah.
How did you feel about that?
That killed me. Bastards.
Didn't me.
Really? Killed you?
Yeah, because I grew up watching the Master being a man all the way from the 70s up until present day. And when they did that, I thought, you ruined my favourite villain.
But wasn't the whole thing he did it to just screw with the Doctor in the first place? That's why? It wasn't just, I'm going to become a woman. It's like, oh, I'm going to become a woman because I'll catch him off guard. That's what I got, because it sounded like she did that for spite.
Unless that was a punishment for what? You know what?
No punishment. I actually believe that she did that.
Yeah, but the last time we saw the Master, his body was so damaged and ravaged, he couldn't have a proper regeneration, could he? So maybe the time was.
That's your big finish story there. Though. That's
Yes.
between End of Time to the Doctor Falls and everything like that.
Like that.
I still feel Toby Jones was the Master after John Sipp, and that they just never had an opportunity to actually say it.
No.
I disagree with you on that. I think the Dream Lord is a fractured version of Doctor Psyche.
But he did control the TARDIS while they were unconscious.
He's
He actually
he's unconscious. That's like the Australian Aborigines and Dreamtime and everything like that. It's the self test and everything like that. It's his own. It's his id. It's his own id and ego and everything like that. There's that, because the most testament to yourself is everything like that. But what you have something. I will give some validity to what you were saying there. Is that the thing is, the Master is always the opposite end to the Doctor. So it's sort of like, we're not so different, you and I, and everything like that. And there's a case of where, I'm always trying to up one you. So we say, I'm going to up one you one more. I'm going to be, I've got boobs and stuff, and lady parts, and everything like that. And that's what it is. It's sort of like trying to wrong foot the guy. And I think that's where it comes from, and it gave a great dynamic, because you've got a amazing actress in the shape of Michelle Gomez, who can stand off against someone who's a powerhouse like Capaldi, who's got great dramatic. if you've got someone who's got this massive dramatic presence, and then someone who's going to play it for comedy and pantomime villainy type thing, to be honest with you, that's the best thing that you could do.
In the end, she kind of defeated him, and then when he basically admits I'm an idiot, like to her, she didn't really go further to try to destroy him or.
No, it's not. That's not at all. You're wrong.
You don't think so?
No, you're wrong. Matrix Law 212.
I am wrong. I do get wrong sometimes. Yeah.
And I will tell you why. Because before they were adversaries, they were friends.
Yes.
And at the heart of this, and that's what you get in the Dr. Balls, is the core of the relationship, aside from them being adversaries, it's just they have differences of opinions. Like you and I historically have had differences of opinions.
Right.
But at the core of it, they've been friends.
Yes.
And that's what it is. And she has seen the situation, the process of where he is, and it's a case of I can make the decision to just be an absolute shit, or I can just I can help my friend out because perhaps it's the right thing to do. Perhaps it serves me better. Whatever. It's just like weighing up the pros and cons and everything like that. But that's why. It's not a case of, I can just finish him off. It's not a case of that. It's a case of you have to remember at the core of their relationship, apart from them being adversaries, they were friends first.
Right. Mm-hmm. No, but what I'm trying to say is the moment she realized that she actually did win, she really didn't want to hurt him in the first place.
Where did she win?
Well, I mean, she had all the dead take over the Cybermen.
Yeah.
She could have had any. The
Cybermen showed up anyway. The Cybermen were there anyway.
Right.
The Master was doing what the Master, and the Master says in that episode, he arrived there by accident and couldn't get out of Dodge.
Oh,
I'm talking about. I'm talking about
Dark Water.
Oh, in Dark Water.
Dark Water, Death in Heaven.
Yeah.
That's what I'm talking about.
That was a twisted version of her trying to gift the Doctor something because said,
right, in the end, he finds out it was for his birthday.
I've created these to give to you as a gift for you to, perhaps your way of doing things is the right thing. If anything, the Gomez Master is the one of the Master of Doubt. Because maybe your thing is the right way of doing it. I'm going to give you an army for you to go out and create and do the things, and you should do it right. And he objects to the method by which it's done, which is a method by force of having this army.
Right.
So he rejects that, and then she's spurned at that point and saying, well, if you're not going to accept the gift that I have, then I will take this and I will just wreak havoc upon the world. And then you have the sort of the change of heart that you get in Dr. Falls. So at no point can you really say that the Missy Doctor really the Missy Master wants to destroy the Doctor.
Yeah, we get that.
All her actions are taken. This may be different because you've got the Missy Adventures coming out in Big Finish, which I'm sure Phillip has pre-ordered, like he does with anything that is on an audience CD. But that's it. Everything, all her actions are taken out of her feeling towards the Doctor as a friend.
Right.
Yeah, you have to remember though, just like the Doctor, every Doctor has a different sort of personality. Every Master will have a different sort of personality.
Yeah,
they're not always going to have the same kind of template of evenness. So yes, you're right in the sense of her being a bit less evil.
Connor, where are you?
And we got with Tom Baker, and Anthony Ainley, we got that. It was the point in their relationship where they were so mad at each other that they wanted to destroy each other. It was like just an anger phase.
Yeah.
That also was a transition because you went from
transition.
Because with Roger Delgado and John Pertwee, there was like a love, hate, or friendship, frenemy type of thing set up with those two.
You went to Crispy and then Truck and stuff and everything like that. Then you got Ainley fully formed. Do you know what I mean?
He's a madcapper.
Yeah, Ainley's more. To be honest with you, I like to associate Ainley more with Davison than I do with Tom because it was only when Tom was on the outs.
That's true. Yeah, that's true.
I'm 1405, baby.
That's right.
We should be doing 1406.
I can't believe that it's. I mean, as much as I wanted it to always have a lot of casts, to actually like the realization that this is like 1,400 podcasts. It's like crazy.
That's what coming soon. 1406.
Going back to
I don't know tonight, but listen.
Going back to the master thing, do you think Jodie should have a master? Step up.
Charles Dance.
Yeah, I personally think if the doctor's going to be a female, the master has to be the male. If we get two females, it's going to just feel like okay.
I know what you mean.
Doctor part 2.
So
you make if you switch back, it's a male against female, which would be a no.
But still,
yeah, but that will show how much more brains.
What as in how like forthright Jodie is?
Yeah.
Yes, but on paper it reads bad.
Why? Just because she's faced
because it opens it up to criticism, and this is the one thing the show does not want to do is it'll be controversial, but it doesn't want to attract a movement.
The whole Plus, there's going to be those who are probably going to be hinting that the Doctor Who's trying to promote violence towards women.
The Doctor could punch someone in season 10 in Deep Breath, Deep Breath, sorry, oh god, what's it called? Thin Ice.
Thin Ice, that's right.
Thin Ice, yeah. The Doctor can punch someone in Thin Ice, but no one this season will turn around and punch the Doctor.
Yeah, that's right.
Oh no, nobody gonna punch her.
No.
It's like Supergirl. They wouldn't have that many male villains, so it was like a female villain lately because they don't want to have that.
Yeah. That's why they're not going to do the Master's picture. I don't think you will see the Master for Jodie's tenure.
Really?
Well, there was an article today that I don't know if Connor sent it to me, that Chris Chibnall got annoyed because people think he's full of
Chris
crap.
Chibnall's always annoyed. Do you know what? Chris Chibnall hates us, you guys, Doctor Who fans. He hates you.
Why?
Because that's why he's making everyone stand outside on Monday.
He's really mad that he says, I told you Daleks are not in it, this one's not in it. I don't know, like he's pissed because he thinks like everybody thinks that
he knows the influence you have, Matrix Lord 2 and 2.
He does. He knows the Whovians have so much influence.
He's got the skinny on Matrix Lord 2 and 2. He's frightened.
I doubt that. I doubt even knows who I am.
Voodoo doll of Matrix Lord, just
he is. Someone pass him a piece of paper.
So you're saying he was annoyed because a lot of people are not believing him, saying that there's no
Well, look at Moffat. He's like, I lie, the Doctor's lies, River lies. That was his motto.
Yeah. First law.
So now it's just assumed that the showrunner lies.
Guess what? Every showrunner lies. Stephen Moffat has lied. Chris Chibnall has lied because he said ages ago that he spoke to Peter Capaldi and said, stay on, and Peter Capaldi said, no, I'm going to. And now you've had articles in the last 2 weeks saying his part of the condition of him signing on for the job was a female doctor.
Yeah. Wasn't it Moffat asked Alan Cummings to be the doctor, and then he found out? Because he was the one that asked.
No, because Moffat knew ages ago that he was going. Yeah. Moffat wanted to go a long time ago.
I know.
Moffat wanted to go a long time ago. And, for the sake that he was paired with Capaldi was a great thing, because I think with a lesser writer, a different writer, you would not have had the great stuff that you had with Capaldi. I like the ones that are not as popularly liked.
We got a couple of seconds, I think, right?
Okay, I'll stop.
Yeah, we're under a minute.
Yeah. Should we do like a Google Hangout, or could you do that?
I don't know.
You could do that, right?
I can do whatever, man.
All right, we'll just create.
I'm a magic man.
All right, guys. Take care. Bye for now.
Bye for now.